It is Michael Kuenzler, the co-owner of All Family Pharmacy. Such a pleasure to see you, Michael, as you have a new President's Day sale rolling out 47% for the next few days. Why should the great viewers here at Right Side Broadcasting take advantage of this great savings?
Yeah, so 47% off starts today. It ends Tuesday the 17th. You've got plenty of time to make the decision on which medications you'd like to take advantage of. It is on select drugs like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, mebendazole. We've also added it on a lot of our biohacking medications, stuff that we feel is necessary for your audience to take a look at and try. It's a great time to try it. It's 47% off. So it gives you the opportunity to jump right in. NAD+, Simorlin, we have the troches with glutathione in it, as well as NAD+. And then we're also doing the tirzepatide. We have some of the weight loss meds in-house as well, 47% off. Beautiful number, right? Beautiful president, 47. So it makes sense for us. It's probably one of our biggest sales next to the buy one, get one free sale. So we're really excited about it.
Can you dive into the biohacking, how important that is? As I'm looking at all the different signs, you go by the fast food places, they're obsessed with the GLP-1 friendly meals, the protein, so that common sense, we know how to take care of ourselves, especially with this Make America Healthy Again movement. But what about this biohacking? Many people curious about how they can help jumpstart their systems and become healthy once again.
Yeah, biohacking obviously is a term. We're hacking our own body. We're trying to make ourselves younger, right? There's nothing wrong with being younger. Some of these products, they're meant to kind of revitalize what we used to be like as a 20, 30-year-old adult. NAD+, our levels drop as we get older. We start to lose that touch. We start to lose a little bit of energy every year. Our cells start to slowly die off. A lot of that correlates to different neurological problems as we get older. Our brains just don't work like they used to. So when we're supplementing NAD+, we're supplementing a battery to our body. We're charging our cells and we're bringing our cells back to life, which is the way I like to look at it, right? The Toy Story, when Woody comes back to life, it's like he's injecting himself with NAD+ in a way. He recharged his battery. And then you have Simorlin. Simorlin is a wonderful biohacking product. It's been around for quite some time. What it actually does is you take it before bedtime, and it doesn't put you to sleep. We don't consider it like an Ambien type of drug. It's going to, when you fall asleep, it's going to put you in a deeper sleep. And when you're in a deeper sleep, that's when we produce our best hormones. And our hormones, when they're regulated properly, is when our body works the best. Our metabolism is at its highest. Our recovery process is at its highest. And even just our muscle recovery and muscle building as well. And so Simorlin is an awesome product. I highly encourage those who could benefit from it. One of the things I like to mention is a lot of these products, they're natural. Simorlin, for instance, it's an amino acid chain. It basically tells your body to produce more growth hormones. We're not synthetically injecting growth into your body. It's just signaling to your pituitary gland, hey, let's make a little bit of growth hormones tonight. And we do that 5 nights a week. If you do that on a consistent basis, you see a lot more stuff coming good at your body, recovery, muscles, even hair starting to come big for, hair growth. It's not going to reactivate a dead hair follicle, but it's going to help good, healthy hair follicles grow. That's just part of the growth hormone section. And then, we have tirzepatide as well, weight loss drugs, glutathione troches, different stuff with liver support as well.
And I think being prepared is so important, especially with allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN. 47% off now, today, through February 17th for the President's Day sale. But we saw the storms recently, Michael, and how that just shut down commerce and travel for roughly 72 hours or so, pending your neck of the woods. But 40 out of 50 states affected by the recent winter storms. How important is it to be prepared, whether it's a literal or figuratively speaking storm in your life?
It's very important to be prepared. And whether it's one drug or 10 drugs, it's your choice how much you want to be prepared. I always encourage it. We've done this so many times on the show to talk about even just having Tamiflu or an antibiotic in your cabinet, just in case, especially during flu season, having some cough syrup for a sinus infection or some throat drugs to help with the sore throat. coughing, you name it, we've got it. As long as the doctor feels that it's safe for you, based on a medical profile, based on medical allergies, based on a conversation with the doctor. As long as they feel it's safe for you, we're going to ship it out to you and get it to you so that you could stay prepared for it. And with this sale, 47% off, it's a no-brainer that it's a good time to stock up on certain medications that you feel are necessary for your lifestyle. One little insert, I'm going to throw this in there. It just came out yesterday. The National Institution of Health, they decided to go the route of investigating ivermectin for cancer. They're seeing some potential cancer properties. We hear it all the time. We deal with it. We just can't talk about it because it's off-label use. Obviously, the FDA doesn't like that. The regulators here in the state of Florida or any other state, they don't like when we talk about it. But this should be national news. They're going to investigate ivermectin as a potential cancer It has potential cancer properties, which is interesting enough. As a big organization, if they're seeing good data, that means something out there is proving itself. And what a great time for us to have this sale for ivermectin and mebendazole, two of our most favorite drugs that are being prescribed by doctors all over the United States, and one specifically in Canada, being used for off-label use in the cancer protocol. So it's a great time to buy one of these drugs if you want to try it. If you want to go the route of storing it to be prepared, we're here for you.
Well, that's what I love about your pharmacy, because it's all in the name. It's all about family. It's also the fact that if you don't have insurance for whatever reason, that's not an issue. Just need a prescription and then a U.S. licensed doctor on the other end to review your order and send it right to your door, because pending, again, your neck of the woods, your pharmacy down the street might not even prescribe something like an ivermectin, given different regulations.
No, they won't. And it's gone over the counter in a few states. And we hear it from our patients all the time. Even though it's over the counter, their pharmacists are still saying no to dispensing it to them. And so it's kind of unfortunate that we're going this route, especially if it's over the counter. It should be widely available to those, which, I'm highly against. I think everybody should have the opportunity to purchase a medication. Whether it's ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, or it's just a simple antibiotic. These are crucial medications for us. It's unfortunate to see that, but we're here. We're always going to be here. All Family Pharmacy. We're in the great state of Florida.
And it's all about the right to try and most favored nation status as this administration recenters its focus on that. Michael, have you seen any issues or delays with Tamiflu? I'm just curious because we've seen flu numbers unlike anything in the last few years, really with this season. And I just really want to emphasize, I talk every single day to our viewers, how important it is to have something, especially with the flu, because sometimes it can knock you on your rear end. And last thing you want to do is go out and get any help.
Yeah, so if we run out of Tamiflu, it's maybe for a day. None of our consumers, none of our patients would feel it. I have such great relationships with our wholesalers now that when something as important as Tamiflu is coming out of stock, I usually get a text, a phone call, or an email, or a combination of all three, letting me know of a shortage, and we then go ahead and purchase. But we shop at 7-8 different wholesalers. Your traditional pharmacies, they shop at one or two. And the reason why they shop at those two is because their pockets like to change. The money likes to change hands between the pockets on those corporate pharmacies. Here at an independent pharmacy, no corporate chain cares about us. Nobody cares about us. I work with 7 or 8 different private wholesalers who provide the same services as them. All they do is give me a call. I purchase a little bit in bulk, so I have it in the pharmacy so that we never run out. We try to bulk up before the storms, once I get that notice, like we got the other day or a couple weeks ago with the big winter storm, I stocked up on a ton of medications. Did I run out of drugs for a couple of days? Absolutely. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. I can't prevent it. But on a drug like Tamiflu, it's something that we try to keep in stock as much as possible.
Well, that's one big thing, too, that people complain a lot about. It's the big pharmacies with surprise pricing and insurance headaches, even when they're out of stock of things. It's amazing to watch all of this. So you guys really remain focused on having these life-saving drugs ready and available to go. How is your model different and simpler for customers compared to the big names, say, down the street?
Yeah, our model is simple. Price transparency. It's all on the website. You give us a call, we tell you what the price is. There's no changes. So pricing transparency as well as medical freedom are our two biggest principles here. Allowing you the opportunity to purchase a medication as long as you have a prescription for it, whether it's ivermectin or azithromycin Z-Pak. We don't care. As long as you have a prescription, you don't have an allergy, you don't have a medical condition that's going to stop you from taking this drug, we're going to be there to dispense it for you. So you can go directly on our website, place an order, speak with a doctor, have the prescription sent to us, and then we ship it directly to your door. You do it all in one process online. You can do it over the phone, however you choose. We try to make it as easy and convenient as possible for our patients.
And you could do that at allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN, running a 47% off President's Day sale. Michael, I'm always curious, and I don't know if I've asked you this, even though I've interviewed you many times. What inspired you to get in this business? Because we know everyday Americans, medicine very crucial to their livelihood, with stories of people, even sadly, with recent abductions. They need their medications with them. So which medications do you find the most essential to have for this President's Day to get through the rest of flu season and to get into that biohacking that's turning back the clock for many of us?
What got us into this was listening to the American people. We were fulfilling prescriptions for a company called America's Frontline Doctors, and we enjoyed it. The patients were so willing to have conversations with us, talk to us. They were in such desperate need for drugs, just even inhalers, like a rescue inhaler during COVID, and they were just so fed up and frustrated with their primary care doctor not having a conversation with them about buying a medication or prescribing an antibiotic beforehand or prescribing something for COVID. Doctors didn't want to give them anything. And so it pushed us into this corner where we're like, we need to do something about this because this is huge right now. There are so many people out there that need this. And so we went that route. And as we grew, we learned more and more about different medications other than ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine. We learned about mebendazole and its different anti-inflammatory properties, as well as possible anti-cancer properties that we're now starting to hear about. Then we jump into biohacking, NAD+. Great story. We had a patient come in. We encouraged him to try NAD+. He's suffering from massive fatigue from the flu. Gave him. He went home. He took a big injection of NAD. Not a big injection, but he took a nice injection of NAD+. Fell asleep. Woke up. He said he never felt better in his life. And so these are just simple medications that are at your fingertips that we can provide that can help your everyday lifestyle. It can get you out of bed and get you to work. It can help you every morning take care of your children, get them to school, give you the energy to take care of them after school and even before bedtime. There are tons of different meds that we can provide in a safe and effective manner for all Americans. And we're not afraid to dispense those medications or help people get access to them as long as it's not going to hurt them.
Yes, it's common sense. Michael Kuenzler, co-owner of All Family Pharmacy. Thank you for walking us through that, especially for those viewers who have not ordered quite yet. A reminder that it's no red tape, no bureaucracy, no insurance, no problem. Forget the urgent care. Don't stand there in line out the door. I got to tell you, the place next to me, been out the door all these last few weeks. It's scary to watch. But with allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN, 47% off right now. The President's Day sale starting today, going through Tuesday, February 17th. Michael Kuenzler, once again, thank you for joining us, my friend. And we'll see you again soon on the right side of history.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.